Hello everyone and welcome to Goffs for the Goffs November foal sales. My name is Jack Cantillon and for whatever reason Sally Ann has decided to entrust me with the Turbid Tales account for the week, so God help you all. The first thing to say as an introduction to me is I shouldn't be here as a health hazard. I'm very allergic to horses, and it's a part-time gig. I'm a lawyer by training and I run an app called Herd, but I've taken the week off. And I'm here to host you all as I have three important tasks to do. My family farm is selling 14 foals and 7 mares. A stallion I have called Far Above has his first foals with Compass Stallions this year, so we have to do a good job for those breeders. And the third thing is we need to nab a little bit of value, so I'm in hunt for a bargain. So I hope you enjoy following along all week long. We're going to have a bit of crack. We're not going to take it too seriously, and let's see how we get on. But please do follow along. I'm going to hit a poll, so the 3 goals for the week. Can we sell these Far Above foals the best possible prices for the breeders? Can we nab a bargain? And can Cantillon House deliver? Which one are we going to achieve? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks everyone. So we're going to walk down here and actually we're going to meet the king of the show, Ian Thompson. Ian, we've sold 4 Group 1 winners as Cantillon House's foals. Which one this week is this week's Group 1 winner?
This week's Group 1 winner is... Just what a question is that? Stop that. What a question is that?
Go on.
No, this week's Group 1 winner is the Oasis Green Filly.
Do you know what he's
going to win the Queen Mary's Group 2.
Ian, you know that I own that horse, so you've done a particularly good job this morning. Ian, you've been with us a long time now. Is there any kind of particular highlight in your kind of journey with Cantillon that you've really got a lot of joy out of?
Yeah, the highlight State of Rest, the whole saga, all of his travelling around the world, and all of the crack we've got out of it. And now he's retiring. It's come full circle, so the whole story is fantastic. Like a homebred mare, a foal we sold well as a foal, and everything he's done. It's just everything that we're all about, so that's the highlight by a mile. Fantastic.
And I know you build up your own stock as well.
Yeah.
Is there any horse you're particularly looking forward to selling later in the year? Or
my own one?
Yeah, your own ones.
Thanks, Jack. Well, we've won. There's one Far Filly foal in the catalogue in England.
Yeah.
And it's mine. It's ours. So we'd be delighted. We'd be very keen on her now. So hopefully she's got a bit of precious sort of unique value. So that will be the exciting one now. She's nice. She's as nice as foal as we've bred. So it'll be very excited.
Okay.
Hoping for the best.
Well, best of luck, Ian, and good luck
Jack.
the rest of the week. Next up, we have the very good-looking Tom Murphy. Tom, Turbid Tales. Everyone wants to know your pick of the consignment. Which one is it?
The Far Above.
Oh my God, this guy just knows what to say. Tom, you've been working with it for us a while. Any kind of highlight of your time with Cantillon?
The fabulous merchandise, I'd say, that's provided every day at the reversal.
That's 21, that's 21, that's 22, that's 22 legs, that's 22 lead, now we're coming in 22 now, that's 24, now we're coming in 24, now that's 24 bit, that'll be 24, now we're back down again now, that's 24, now we're coming in 24, now we're going for it now, that'll be 24, now we're going to do 24 bit, that'll be 24, against small volley, that's 24, now we're running in 24, now we're going for it now, that's 24, now wonderful advertisement for the stallion, that's 24, now we're running in 24 bit, that'll be 24, running in that rubber, so here I have it. That'll be 24, now we're running in 24 bit, that'll be 24, coming your way, Jack, that'll be 24,000 running in once twice, third and final call, at 24, that are running in our fans.
What we want to do next is tell you the international nature of the bloodstock industry as embodied by one horse. That horse is State of Rest, the winner of the first £1 million race at Royal Ascot, and a graduate of Tinnakill House. Why does he embody the international nature of the bloodstock industry? Well, he started life just like one of these, at Tinnakill House foal. We were very proud to sell him to our friends at Watton Manor Stud. They proceeded to sell him to Joseph O'Brien, who of course sold him to Team Valley, our good friends at Team Valley, and then he raced for 3 years with Joseph, amassing 4 Group 1s, including a Group 1 in 4 different countries, and he was sold at the end of that racing career, winning the Cox Plate, the Saratoga Derby, the Prix Gannet and that Prince of Wales Stakes, to our good friends just 1 barn over at Rathbarry Stud. Rathbarry Stud will stand him next year at €25,000. A great value stud fee, we think, because we bought a share in him and we'll be breeding to him next year some of our best mares. So that is the international nature of the game. You start as a foal at Tinnakill House, you travel the whole globe winning Group 1s, but you only move 1 barn over and you become a stallion. So best of luck to Rathbarry Stud and Newgate Stud in Australia, who will stand him later on next year in 2023. That's the story. Let's stay abreast. So this is a far above colt bred by Michael Buckley. You can see he's a lovely, strong, sturdy, well-rounded colt. He's out of a Kodiak mare, so far above was undefeated over 5 and 6 furlongs, and Kodiak is a real influence for speed. So hopefully this guy is pretty speedy. You can see him, he really walks really well. A lot of athleticism. You know, people ask, you know, how do you judge a horse? A great way to judge a horse is just think about them in human terms. If Usain Bolt was walking down the street, he'd be walking down with stride and with purpose, and you know, I think this is a really good example of a good far above, and the reason we've had 117 mares this year after 142 in the first round. Greetings from day 2 of the Goffs November Foal Sales, and I'm going to give you a look at the goal of the week. Here we go. Empty boxes. Empty boxes, full sold. We sold an Oasis Dream this morning for 25, Far Above for 16, and a whole host of others. So it's been a good morning. We're going to take the walk now. So we've left the empty box. I'm going to take a walk like a foal does into the back walking ring. We hopefully don't get run over in doing so. And we're going to go down the chute, the intimidating chute. Sometimes horses at Goffs, they get held up at this moment because it's very intimidating. But hopefully we don't get too intimidated. So we're just looking ahead to see if there's any foals to block us. We're walking down. So here's the setting. You can see there all the prospective pinhookers looking, trying to find value, trying to rob a foal. It's a great sight here at this sale in particular. You've teams of young fellas trying to buy foals the whole time. With the lucky buyers of a €30,000 Far Above, the 6 grand stallion delivers yet again for Irish breeders. We'll come over to the lucky owners here, John. What was it about the horse that you liked? What did you like about the horse?
What I like about the horse, you look very well, walk well, hopefully nice, looking well, but hopefully see your race comes nice as well.
Scopey, walks well, real nice horse. What more could you want? 30 grand Far Above, great result for Esplanade. Thanks very much, Paul, for your question. I'm just walking into Goffs and I'm going to answer a few questions as I come in. Question was, do buyers feel obligated to support the same source over and over again? Well, I think what we're striving to do as breeders is we're striving to breed good racehorses. And if you have a reputation of breeding good racehorses, I think buyers appreciate that, so they will come back again and again. I think, you know, just as I walk in the store into Goffs, I think of Early Stud over there in the corner, like a fabulous breeder. You think of Kilcarn, Pat O'Kelly, all these wonderful Irish, Owenstown Stud, all these wonderful Irish breeders. Of course you'd go back again and again. I also think a little bit it comes down to relationships. You know, people like to buy off people they know. People like to know that they can ask about a horse and know that it's okay. And when you have that relationship and you've built up that trust level, of course people are going to come back again and again. So my answer is yes. It's definitely a factor. Great question, Jonathan, on how to set a reserve and how we think about it. So we're walking in Wednesday. It's a big day of the foals, our best foals today. And what you might not believe me is, currently we don't know what reserve price we'll set them at. I'm thinking about it. I'm sure Dermot is thinking about it as well. But something that's a bit of an art form. You know, at the end of the day, we are traders. So I'm happy if I don't sell a foal this week to come back as a yearling. Some of my best touches have been horses I didn't sell as a foal, and the market did not want at all, to coming to the yearling sales and making an awful lot of money. So you never know if the market's going to meet your expectation of a horse. I think it's important to actually buy back some horses at a foal sale, because that's showing that you have confidence in your own stock. But at the same time, you do not, and I really want to underline this, get a reputation of being difficult to buy off. You need to set reasonable prices, reasonable reserves, and then hope for the best. Great question, Helen, and one I didn't know how to answer myself up to a couple of years ago, and I probably still don't understand how to answer. How do you select mares for a certain stallion when you're trying to make the stallion and deliver a profit with the mares? My attempt at it actually is embodied in 2 horses. So we have a horse selling on Thursday out of Pempanillo, which we bought particularly for Far Above, and actually an even better embodiment of it is a Far Above out of Scent Time today. I'll show you a video of it a little bit later on, but I bought that mare because the mare herself is half sister to Brando, who's by Pivotal, and of course Far Above is by Far, who's by Pivotal. So it's that successful line, and also that she was a proven mare. She has delivered on the track. So if this Far Above out of Scent Time doesn't deliver, we could start to blame the stallion. I hope this doesn't happen, and not the mare. So proven mares to unproven stallions, I think that's the core, and successful families for the line. Thanks, Ellen. Thanks, Ross. Great question. So what do pinhookers look for that's different to when maybe you're buying a yearling or another type of horse? And to be honest with you, my answer is a good looking horse is a good looking horse, right? You're looking for a good walking, correct foal with plenty of size and substance, and one that'll improve. I think there is people out there that buy what I call project foals, so stuff with they might have a conformation fault that they think it can fix with good farrier work. You see a lot of farriers buying foals. You might see some people strategically buying mayfoals because they develop at a quicker rate than the foals that are already a little bit older. And you might see people that are just buying pedigree. They don't really focus on the conformation too much, and they're thinking I can buy a cheaper horse at full stage and I can strike a bit of value. So there's always people trying to find a new angle, a new way to make a few quid. But really, a good looking horse is a good looking horse. I was just asked for my 3 value sires that won't cost the world, that might be worth it for breeders to get stuck in behind. I will deliberately not mention any stallion that I am anyway connected with for fear of you all giving out to me. 3 horses I think that would be worth a second look for your mares this year. Cool Sea and Ratasker Stud. He's got big crops coming. Statistically, he's performed very well in his initial crops. I think he's one to take a second look at. Cotai Glory, a Tallyho Stud. I think he has done particularly well with his opening crops, and he's still at 12.5 grand. That's a bit of value. And thirdly, if you can get one in full to him, Teofilio. He's the sire of so many Group 1 winners, a proven sire, and he's available at 30,000. I think he has to be on every breeder's list. So that's our 3. Who are your 3 and why? Here we go. If this is Ladies' Church, if this mare doesn't top the sale tomorrow, I'll eat my hat. We're here with Valerie from the Johnny Murtagh's team. Valerie, a former Stable Staff Awards winner, of course. What should we like to deal with throughout her career?
A pet, very straightforward, very easy.
Well, here she is. If you've got big bucks to spend tomorrow, this is the filly for you. Richard, you just bought a Far Above colt, lot 853 at Goss Orby. Talk to me about him.
Yeah, look, he was a smashing colt by Far Above, who obviously Sheikh Rashid raced from a family he knew well. That was sister to the dam of Perfect Power. Sheikh Rashid said coming over here, if you see a nice Far Above, to let him know, which I did last night, and he was very keen to have a go. He's keen to support this stallion. Gave him a lot of pleasure. He's a very, very talented horse, very fast horse. And so he wanted to buy this lad to race, which is what he's going to do, and we'll go on to Newmarket and see if we can find a couple more as well.
Brilliant news. And Sheikh Rashid has also supported him with mares as well. He sent a dozen in the first year, a dozen in the second year, and will continue to going forward.
This was a horse very close to his heart. This was a very, very talented horse, as I say, a very fast horse. He's bred plenty of mares to him. He bought a foal there, and hopefully we'll buy a couple more, and he will continue to support him over the coming seasons.
Richard, well done. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Jack Goff's November sale. It's the first proving ground, I guess, for progeny of Far Above, his first crop. Yep. And it's fair to say they've been impressing all the judges.
Oh, look, we're delighted. It's very much, a stop on the journey of Far Above. We very much see it as a beginning, but, he got 142 mares in his first year. He got 117 mares last year, and, those people that rode in the first crop, they really got rewarded this week. Richard Brown for Sheikh Rashid Dalmuk Al Maktoum, 48,000, a 30,000 euro purchase, a 28,000 euro purchase. The list goes on of people having success with Far Above this week, so we're delighted.
Yeah, the smile on your face kind of tells its own story. It must be great satisfaction, job satisfaction, seeing such good judges following in his stock and competing to buy them.
Oh, look, it's so rewarding. People like Jerry Flannery, just really, he bought a breeding right in Far Above. He got 24,000 for one, he got 30,000 for the other. To see them get rewarded, and people like Sheikh Rashid, he has put a dozen mares to the stallion every year, as we have, and it's a real momentum builder this week. It's part of a kind of wider bit of momentum we're building with Far Above, and we just hope to have many more successes with him going forward in the sales ring right here at Goffs.
How would you describe foal trade this week?
I'd say, look, we're selling foals at Tinnakill House. They've been selling great this week. We got 170,000 for a See the Stars. We did well with a time test, 54. It's always a vibrant sales ring here, and if you bring good stock to Goffs, you get rewarded.
Of course, this game is all about the future, and you're busy now shopping for brood mares, probably mares to send to Far Above next season.
Well, look, I was underbidder on the 48,000 with Michal Orlandi to support the stallion, and we're just looking for mares to support the stallion again next year. With the level of numbers coming through, we just hope it just builds and builds from here. So we're in the next generation here. I'm with my cousin Emma. Emma has a very important job at Goffs. What is that job, Emma?
So I'm a bid spotter here at Goffs. So essentially I'm an extra pair of eyes for the auctioneer. Henry Beebe shortens it down to 3 verbs. I get to point, stare and shout at people. I'm basically picking up any bidders around the ring that the auctioneer mightn't see.
So a bid spotter is right in the heart of the action here at Goffs. What is your signature sound? Do you all have different sounds, or how does he work it?
You kind of you want to differentiate yourself so that the auctioneer knows where the bid is coming from. Some people have a range of shouts, or just 2 or 3 that they interchange between. But it's really spur of the moment, whatever comes to mind as soon as you see the bid.
And alongside your brother Rowan and your family, you were spotting your own bid earlier this week as you bought a Ravens Pass foal. What did you like about her?
Yeah, so it was actually myself, another spotter, Megan Babulia, and my brother. Okay. And then, so she's split 5 ways, but she's a Ravens Pass filly. We wanted a filly because she's being kept at home with 2 others. So that was our first criteria. We said we'd get in early on the Monday for a bit of value. We liked the page. Rowan found a nice nugget on the page, and when we saw her physically, we were all very impressed. She's a lovely, strong filly, and hopefully, please God, she's lucky for us.
But hopefully you're shouting for an extra few bids next year when she sells. Well done, Emma.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Here we are at the Goffs November mare sale. We're changing discipline. I just got a DM there from John. What's the buying philosophy when it comes to mares? How do you think about that? I call it off-piste skiing. Basically, I don't have a short list. I have principles. I'll go, every mare in the whole catalogue has some value, and I'll try and value every single one of them and just react to what comes up as an opportunity. Hopefully a bit of value along the day. We'll keep you updated as you go along, and hopefully we can strike for 1 or 2 mares later on. Best of luck, everyone. So here we are on the last day of the Goffs November breeding stock sale. It's been a busy week. We've sold 10 foals. We bought 3 foals, Colts by Australia, Far Above and Coolsey. We bought 2 mares yesterday. One to go on racing with some friends, and a mare in Full to Dark Angel, a Chamberdal mare from Godolphin in Full to Dark Angel, both of which we're very excited with. We sold 1 mare yesterday, didn't sell 2. That's all the joys of an auction. We've some more mares today, all without reserves, so hopefully they'll find new homes. But it's been a busy week, a fun week. Highlights being Far Above selling so well, getting to meet old friends and new, and hopefully you've enjoyed following in. If you have any final questions this week, please send them in, and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks everyone for all your participation throughout the week, and hope you've enjoyed it.